Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ya Rabbi lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa azimi sultanik. Allahumma rabbana lakal hamdu bima khalaqtana wa razaqtana wa hadaytana wa farrajta anna. Allahumma lakal hamdu bil iman wa lakal hamdu bil islam wa lakal hamdu bil Quran. Amma ba'd, fa'a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidna ilma. Allahumma faqihna fid din. Allahumma hasibna hisaban yasira. Allahumma inna nas'aluka ilman nafi'an wa amalan mutaqabbalan wa rizqan tayyiba. Ameen ya rabbal alamin. Allahumma sabbitna indal mauti bila ilaha illallah. Allahumma ij'al amalana kullahu salihan waj'alhu liwajhika khalisan wa la taj'al li ahadin fihi shay'a. Ameen ya rabbal alamin. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Inshallah, we are going to continue with our family number 3. And today we are going to see the implication and we will do practice of family 3, inshallah. So, before we start, let's review a little bit what we did so far. So who can tell me what families we have done so far and what are the markers of them?
Family 2 and the Madi Hua version of family 2 is the marker is Shadda on the middle root letter. And the third family is the Jahada family, and the marker is the Alif after the first root letter.
Perfect. And what is the implication of family 2?
So it just gives a little, like, there is like emphasis, like alama and then allama. So the
Alima and then allama. So what's the difference? Yeah, alima mean to know.
To know, yeah.
So someone know, and that knowledge basically affecting that person, right? But when we say allama, now what's going on? Someone is teaching someone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, this is like the action is happening over and over. It's happening slowly, right? And it has also mubalgha in it. And one more thing, alima. So the knowledge was to that person, that was affecting that person, right? He knew something. So then allama, now he is teaching to someone. So when we bring verb into family 2, basically that becomes mutaddi, right?
Yes.
So lazim and mutaddi. So whenever we need any verb to make it mutaddi and it is not mutaddi, it is lazim, then we can bring to that family. And same is in family 3. So you can bring the verb that is lazim into that family, and then it is going to give you the meaning of mutaddi, inshallah. Very good, alhamdulillah. And for jahada, what is the implication for that family? Family 3 that we are doing.
So it's between two parties.
Yeah, exactly.
One is overpowered by the other one.
Exactly. And one party is prevailing over the other. Good one. Okay. And I'm hoping that you guys are doing a lot of practice, because just the template memorization will not be enough, right? We need to do a lot of practice of whatever family. Subhanallah, we are doing very slowly, and that should give you more time that you guys perfect all the families that we are doing, inshallah. So now family 3, we are going to look for their implications. So that what are the names of family 3? We can call family 3 with different names, right? What are they?
Bab Jihad or Bab Mujahida?
Mujahida, Jihad, Mufa'ala,
Mufa'ila, yeah, Mufa'ala.
Fi'al, Fi'alun, right? Jihadun is Fi'alun.
Yeah.
So even you can say Bab Fi'alun, or you can say family 3, or you can say Bab family Jahada. Jahada, not Jahada, Jahada, right?
Yeah.
So all these names. Now family 3, Fi'alun. So they basically masters, Fi'alun and Mufa'ala. Now Mutaddi, Attadiya, transitivity. So what does that mean? Basically this Bab gonna make a verb into Mutaddi, into Ta'diya, into transitivity. So a lazim form Bab Fa'ula, we didn't learn that. This is belongs to family 1, and you can remember the word Karuma. Karuma. So the af'al from that family, they are always considered lazim. So from that bab, from Bab Karuma, we can bring any verb and to this family, and that gonna make it mutaddi, inshallah. So the example is Karuma mean he was honored. So we are saying that this family is the afal gonna belongs to lazim family. Basically the afal gonna be lazim over here. That's why you see that and Karuma, it has passive. Karuma, Yakruma. No,
No passive.
No passive.
It doesn't have passive.
No passive.
Yeah, no
Yeah, I
passive.
think so. You said when it is yeah.
Yeah, when fail is lazim, so then no passive, right?
No
so
passive.
That's why even you see in the translation, it sounds like, because itself it sounds like passive. He was honored, right? So this is basically the mutaddi, lazim. So he was honored, and when we are bringing into Jahada family 3, now the translation would be he honored someone. And we were saying that, okay, 2 parties, right? So when you are honoring someone, obviously the other one will honor you as well. But since one is, let's say, one is host and the other one is guest, right? So then again, one party is basically prevailing, right? So he honored someone, Karama. Then we have Bauda. Bauda mean it was far. Again, it sounds like majhul, right? It was far, but why? Because this is fi'l lazim. And from Bauda, family 3 would be Ba'ada. Now Ba'ada, he made something or someone far. Allahumma ba'id, right? We make dua, Allahumma ba'id baina wa baina al-mashriqi, right? So you put a distance between me and my khatayaya, right?
Yeah.
As far as Mashriq and Maghrib. So that is basically how this bab is going to turn lazim afal into mutaddi. Now number 2 implication is al-musharaka. What is musharaka? Sharakat, right? So someone is basically what should I say, sharing basically, right? So express relation to another person or object usually removes the need to use preposition. So this is also important, that in that family, when we are bringing some afal and these afal need some preposition, so this family 3 even can remove that preposition. Look at the example. Jalasa indal maliki, right? So jalisa mean he sat where? Indal maliki, so he sat with the king. Now if we bring to family 3, sorry, jalasal malaka, so what happened? We do not even need inda anymore. Jalasal malaka mean he sat with the king. Then kataba, he wrote, and kataba, family 3, jahada. So now it is like corresponding happening between two parties, right? They are texting, emailing each other. Then comes muhawala. Hawala yuhawilu, wahuwa yuhawiluhu, right? Surat Kahf. Muhawala, conversation. So muhawala includes meanings of trying to do something. So ghalaba mean he overpowered. Okay, muhawala over here, it's not like in the form of a conversation, rather it is that someone trying to do something, muhawala. So ghalaba, he overpowered, right? And then ghalaba, he tried to overpower. And I love the example from Surat Baqarah. Yukhadi'un Allah. So they are trying to deceive Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? And who? Wallazina amanu. And those who believe. So they are trying to trick believers, right? And they are trying to nauzubillah, deceive or cheat with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Saying believers that we are believers, or when they are not believer, their heart is not into Islam. Wama yakhda'una. So now over here, khada, the family 1 is used, right? Wama yakhda'una illa anfusahum wama yashurun. So they are not deceiving anyone illa anfusahum, except themselves. Wama yashurun, and they do not have any shu'ur, any knowledge or any like akal about it, that what they are doing. How they can think that they would be able to deceive Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? He is watching. So khada'a, he deceived, but khada'a, he tried to deceive. So subhanallah, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala use these verbs, right? So they are trying to deceive Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and believers, but actually they are deceiving themselves. Then comes number 4, tasyir. So what could be the root letter for tasyir? Swad, ya, ra.
Yeah.
And then how it is tasyir? How it is tasyir? What bab it is?
Taf'il, bab taf'il.
Yes, sayyara. Swayyara, right? Swayyara, yuswayyiru, and then tasyirun. So at-tasyir mean to treat someone with quality. We say hasana. Hasana mean to be good. Husnul ikhlaq, to be excellent. And when we say hasana, he treated someone with kindness. So there is quality in there in treatment. Multiple people in some sort of exchange. So kataba and then kataba, then qatala, he killed, and qatala, both of them trying to kill each other. So basically it comes in the meanings of fight. Then al-ibtada, number 6, to create a completely new meanings. So al-ibtada mean when a word create totally different meanings when it is going to in different bab. So bashara, we say know the word bashara, right? And bashar mean man, human being, insan, right? Same root letter. Why? How they are related? Bashara and insan. What is the clue?
Yes,
Bashar is
Bashar
skin.
Yeah, bashar literally means skin, right? And the human being is the only being their skin is showing. If you look at the animals, some are their skins are covered with fur, or if you see the birds, their skin is covered with what? Feathers.
Feathers.
Right? So bashar is the bashar, insan is the human being, their skin is showing. So that's why it's bashar. And then how it is related to being happy, because the bashar is basharat, like good news, right?
Yeah.
So how it is, what connection they can be? Because when the root letter are similar, basically they share some kind of the original meanings is in there. So it is said that when we are happy, we are saying that bashara mean go to congratulate someone or being happy, right? Bashir and Nazir, the prophets are called Bashir and Nazir. So it has some relation with the happiness. So when our happiness shows basically on our skin, if you are happy, your face gonna show that you are happy, right? Your skin gonna show. So that this is how it is related. So bashara mean he was joyous, he was happy, right? And then bashara mean to have an intimate relationship. So you can think that way, that yes, it give you some kind of joy, right? So the meanings are over there, but you can see that meanings are changing as well, right? Then it said da'ufa. Da'ufa mean to be weak. And then da'afa meaning to multiply something. From that we have da'if word, right? Everyone knows, Urdu speakers especially. He's very da'if. Da'if, very weak. Buzurg, like very old person ko bhi hum bolte hain da'if. And then da'afa, to multiply something. Then the word qasa. Qasa mean to be a part of the body, to be hard or dry. If you remember in Quran Pak, we say qasiyatul qalb, right? The hardness of the heart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then qasa mean tolerate. So it is giving different meaning. Then this is basically the same repetition over here, but I just put anywhere because because it was a different example. So Karuma Aliyun. How are we gonna translate Karuma Aliyun? Ali was honored,
Ali
right?
was honored.
Yeah. And Karama Aliyan, what would be the translation?
Ali honored someone.
Someone.
He
Someone
honored.
He honored someone.
He honored because Karuma has Hua in it, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So Hua is the file now.
Yeah, Ali
So
and
he honored
Mhm.
Ali, and Aliyan is who? Mafulun bihi over here,
yeah, yeah.
right? So he in first one, Aliyun is the file here. So
Yes.
Ali was honored. And now he honored Ali. Then ijtihadu ala qadri makan. So ijtihad mean struggle or work hard. Ala qadrin, with your best abilities, basically. Imkan, like the most possible effort you put in there in doing something. So basically trying one's hardest. That is also the implication. Jahada. So that means you are really hardly struggling on something with someone or whatever. Qatala. Right? So both basically both parties are struggling over here on that fighting part. And obviously one gonna win. Right?
Yeah.
Sabaqa. To run. To sabqat le jana in Urdu, right? So someone is trying to like
Okay.
yeah, someone trying to be like basically competition happening.
Race.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, race. Yeah, race is the
Race,
right word over here. Sabaqa, right? Race. Then sara. I didn't check the meaning of this one. Khada'a, we know that. What is the khada'a mean?
He tried to deceive.
Yeah, exactly. Then al-mawafaqa ma'a af'ala wa fa'ala wa fa'ula. So what is af'ala? What bab is it?
Aslama.
Aslama. So basically it is saying that the meaning Aslama family, Allama family, and Karuma family, right? All these gonna be taking same meaning with that family. So ab'ada and ba'ada and ba'uda, right? Bab Karuma. So all are gonna take same meaning. Al-Mawafaqa, agreement, same meaning. So basically this is example over here. Safara. So Safara, Safara and Safara. In this family two, Safara, they all gonna be meaning as he traveled. Jahada and Jahada or Juhida. No, I don't know if it has no, I don't think so. It is from Bab Karuma, but Jahada, yeah, Jahada can be family two is possible. So it's gonna take the same meaning as struggle. Then Ba'uda, Abada, and Ba'ada, meaning to put a distance. Du'afa or Du'afa or Da'ufu. Sorry, Da'ufa. Da'ufa, Karuma family. So it's gonna take no, but okay, in these two, it is taking same meaning.
Yeah, ضعف is to be weak.
Yeah, that gonna be different because that is da'if, right?
Yeah.
So these two are gonna take same meaning. And we said jahada. I believe jahada is the same, like he really struggled, right? So it can take same meaning over here, but it does not belong to karuma. So then these two. This one I think we can find in all three.
بعودة.
Yeah, but safara again, I don't think so. It is bab karuma, but safara and safara. Okay, then mutaba'a. Something happens repeatedly in succession, right? Tabi'a, what is tabi'a mean? To follow,
To follow.
right? So someone is following along. Chase karna, agar if we take the meaning of chasing someone, right? So repeatedly in succession something is happening. Wa laytu sawma. So wa laytu, what is this tu telling us?
That's Madi.
Madi, and this is ana version, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Wa laytu. So wa laytu, I did something in succession. And what is that? As-sawma.
مفعول
So
به.
I fasted one after another. And then if we continue over here, Taba'tul kira. I read one thing after another. So tabiya, to follow, and then taba'tu, basically you are following in succession. And then if the fa letter is a ya in this family, in family 3, if the first letter is ya, like the example of Yamana or Yasira, then it only gets one masdar instead of two. And that gonna be Mujahida patron. So from Yamana, if we bring to family 3, it will be Yamana. Jahada, Yamana. And what would be Mudariya?
Yuminu.
right?
Yuminu.
Yamana, Jahada, Yujahidu.
Yujahidu. Yeah.
يعمل.
Yes.
Ma.
يعمل.
You, ya,
Yunamin.
Yaminu.
Yunaminu.
Yuyaminu.
Yuyaminu.
Yes.
That would be. And what would be the masdar? Jihad,
Jihadan.
mujahadatun, right? So
Yeah.
muyamanatu.
Muyamanatun. No,
Muyamanatu.
Yeah.
And that yamana, good luck, or even right side, ashabuli maimana,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
So good luck or right side, these are the meaning. And then yasira or yasara, we need to check what bab that belongs. So yasara, if we are taking yasara, yaisiru, or I need to check, I didn't check that family. So basically that means to ease, right?
Yeah.
Inna ma'al usri yusra, right? So this is from ease. And then the masdar would be muyaswaratu, or tu. muyasaratun, mujahadatun. So that is interesting that if fa letter is ya, then it's gonna take only mujahada pattern. Then da'afa, subhanallah, it is used in Quran Pak a lot, right? Fayudha'ifahu lahu adu'afan kathira. What would be the translation? And what family is yudha'ifahu?
Jahada.
Yes,
Raja.
jahada yujahid, right? So the meanings are multiplication,
Yeah.
Multiplication, yeah.
right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fayudha'ifa. So this
Will
the
increase
file is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala over here. So he will multiply it. What is this it? Could be following to, referring to
Yeah,
your
Hasanat.
sadaqat,
Good
your
deed.
khairat, right? Your good deed. So fayudha'ifahu, he will multiply it lahu for
For
him
him.
adu'afan kathira. What is adu'afan? What is the role of adu'afan over here?
That's maf'ul bihi.
Maf'ul mutlaq.
Yes, mutlaq. Maf'ul mutlaq, right?
Adafan, yeah.
Yeah, because they are sharing the root
Same.
letters.
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
So this is maf'ul mutlaq. And then maf'ul mutlaq. And then what is kasiratun? Sifa mawsuf, right?
Sifa
Mawsuf,
mawsuf. Yes.
Yeah, subhanallah. Then wallahu yudaifu.
I can
Subhanallah.
try this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wallahu yudaifu liman yasha'u wallahu wasi'un alim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahu is mudaf. Mubtada, sorry. Allahu is mubtada. Yudaifu fi'li mudari. Fa'iluhu huwa. And lamin is
And yeah, this is fi'l mudariya, but what kind? Now we are subhanallah on a higher level, intermediate level.
fa'ilu mustatir. Fa'ilu huwa.
Mustatir taqdiruhu
Taqdiruhu huwa.
huwa. And is that mansoob, marfu or majzoom?
It is marfu.
Yeah. What is the
Basabute marfu, yeah.
bisabute
Damma.
damma, you can say.
Damma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basabute damma.
Or it says dammatu zahira.
Zahira.
Dammatul zahira. The
Right?
definition gets longer and longer. Dammatul
Yeah.
zahira.
Every time there should be something new. Dammatu zahira. Because we can see this dhamma, right?
Right, right.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Then
li is harfijar
hmm,
and man is majroor, but man is isme masul also. And yasha'u is salatul masul.
very good.
Madare fa'iluhu huwa.
And where is the
So together,
ayat? Do we have ayat?
yasha'u ada aid huwa will go to man.
Yeah, Yasha has huwa in it.
Yeah.
Yashna has
Right.
huwa.
Right.
And then Yudaifu also.
Right? So liman
Right.
yasha wallahu wasiyun alim. And then this is
So
the
jar majroor mutaalliqul bil yudaifu. And wow is harfi ataf. Allahu is another lafz jalala mubtada. Wasi'un alimun. Wasi'un khabar 1, alimun khabar 2, and
Perfect.
it will be khabrahu mubtada.
Very good translation. Wallahu wasiyun.
Translation. So translation is, and Allah multiplies for whom He wills, and Allah is all encompassing and knowing.
Very good. Very good. So he is like vast. We say vasi, right? So he is vast in his knowledge, right? So his
Basir.
knowledge has no
Right.
bounds. Next one.
Right.
Wa in taku. That is very interesting over here. Wa in taku hasanatan. What is the translation?
And if you do,
Yeah.
Hasana.
Not do. Taku mean kana yakunu mean to be.
to be.
Kana yakunu and then takunu. It is takunu, is it?
Yeah, and then noon is
Yeah.
dropped because of in harfu shart.
No. Why noon is dropped?
But no, the in because it has to make the kana
Majzoom. Okay.
Yeah.
If I ask you, takunu is the marfu version, right? If I ask you, make it majzoom, how are you gonna do it?
Taku.
Wa in tak
Takun.
Taku.
So you're
kun.
gonna give this
Noon
sukun
sukun and
and now two sukuns, right? So you're gonna
Mhm.
drop that.
drop the illa. Yeah.
Taku.
Perfect.
No, sorry. No. That is after, okay. So now two spoons. So you're gonna drop this. So what does that make this word?
Takun. Takun.
Tak- But is that takun?
No, it's taku.
It is takfif, right?
Yeah, further noon is dropped. Subhanallah,
Takfif, yeah.
In tak.
right?
Tak.
Wa in tak hasana.
Taku.
So this is special. This is not a regular majzoom. And that happen in Quran Pak a lot. Taku, naku, yaku. You will see all these version. In taku hasanatan. Taku, naku. What is naku here?
The same thing. It is.
Yeah,
It is the
nahnu.
Naku is
nano version.
Nahnu.
nahnu.
Is nahnu.
Nahnu.
And what is yaku?
It's huwa.
Yaku huwa.
Huwa. It's supposed to be yakunu or yakun,
Yeah, it's huwa.
right? This is huwa version. But you will see all these in Quran Pak. Taku is anta. Or over here, since it is referring to hasana, so basically this is anti.
And
Yeah, no, sorry, why anti? Here.
yeah, hasana. Yeah.
Here. Right? So in taku hasanatan, if hasanatan, if you do, or if it be hasana, a good deed, very little, smallest one, tiniest one,
Ifuha.
right? If you just smile on someone, how much effort it takes to smile on someone, right? So in taku hasanatan, if you do a good deed, the tiniest one, right? What's gonna happen? If ha is referring to what? Hasana.
Hasana.
Subhanallah, right? He will multiply this hasana, this tiniest one, by yu'ti. So now what is yu'ti? Ataya.
I will give. I will give. I will give.
Ata.
Yeah.
Ata yu'ti.
Milladun.
Yu'ti. He will be yu'ti milladunhu ajran azima.
And he will
Give from him.
Milladunhu, specially from him.
Him
Milladun is very special.
rewards.
Ajran azima. So he will
Rewards.
give a special reward, ajran azima, big reward, and this big reward is special from him. You know, I remember that when I was small, And when we used to go to our grandmother, like Nani or Dadi Amma, so sometimes when they are really wanna show you some affection, or let's say there is some married lady, right? So she go to a grandmother or Nani or Dadi, right? So they wanna go to their special, that box they have, box of treasure, right? They're gonna go there. They're gonna get something special, some jewelry they have, their old one, right? And they are going to gift that bride, right? So I was thinking that scene over here, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying specially from him, right? This is not the ordinary one. This is special. First of all, Ajran Azima, right? And then Milla Dunhu, especially from him.
Yeah.
Subhanallah. So you will do a little tiniest effort, tiniest good deed for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Condition is only that should be only for his sake, right?
Yeah.
We know that story, that lady, what did she did? Just she made the dog drink water. She was about to drink. She put effort to get this water for herself, right? So the water was there and she just gave it to dog, right? So subhanallah, she was forgiven even though she was not a pious lady. Subhanallah, right? So your tiniest good deed could be multiplied if it has sincerity in it. Subhanallah, how beautiful it is. Then yuda'afu lahumul azabu, in the same manner the azab can be multiplied as well, right? For them, ma kanu yastati'una sam'a. Ma kanu, they used not to listen, right? They did not have
use to listen.
abilities, basically, right?
Yeah.
So they did not have the abilities to listen. Listen what? The message, right? So, and it's not that there was something in their ears or they were not able to hear, but they don't want to hear, right? Things were going in their ears, but they were not perceiving them, right? So, ma kanu yastati'una sam'a. I didn't look the background or what is after that, but this is what we are assuming. You guys can look where that belongs to. Then yuda'af lahul azaba yawmal qiyamati wa yakhlud fihi muhana. Subhanallah. May Allah save us from any kind of azab or any kind of hellfire.
Ameen.
Allahumma ajirna minan nar. Allahumma ajirna minan nar. Allahumma ajirna minan nar. So again, azab is going to be multiplied for him. Yawmal qiyamati wa yakhlud fihi mahana. Subhanallah. Right? Khalidun. What does Khalidun mean?
To stay there forever.
The one who is going to stay. This is fa'ilun.
Yeah, fine.
Right? Khalidun. Khaliduna we see in Quran Pak a lot. So this is in eternity. Wa yakhlud fihi muhana. And what is muhana?
I mean the
Fine.
right? It's
Fine.
like
Place.
Ruswai.
Ruswakun.
So this is mastar,
Yeah.
mastar, because meme is part of the root letter. Muhin.
मतलब
Muhin.
होना है ना, होना, हा वाव नून, होना.
Yes, it's Hawa.
Yeah, Havana.
Yeah, Hawa.
Hellfire जलने का अजाब.
Havana. So this is like Muhin. is humiliation.
Humiliation, yeah, yeah.
Humiliation.
It's from like ahanat. So
Yeah, exactly. So they used
Humiliation.
to think very high of themselves over here. That's why they were not accepting Islam. That's why they were not taking the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? They were doing kufr because of their arrogance. So what is the reward for arrogance then? Humiliation, right?
yeah.
Whenever there is azab mentioned, it basically according to their crime. So if there was arrogance, you're gonna find muhin. Subhanallah. Man ya'ti min kunna bifahishati mubayyina. So whoever committed fahisha, and mubayyana mean like it is apparent, it's not hidden. Right? One thing is that, okay, someone did some crime or some fahash, like indecency or indecent fail, but that is hidden. But over here it's saying mubayyana, right? Yudha'af lahal azabu di'fain. So then what gonna happen? Yudha'af, he will multiply lahal azabu, this azab for him, di'faini, the fani faini.
And laha is the for her, right?
Twice.
Yeah, for her.
For her. But I think that's the ayah that was addressing to the Ummahatul Mu'mineen.
Man yati minkunna bifahishati mubayyana yudha'af la. Now yudha'af, what kind of fi'l mudari it is?
It's Majzoom.
Is it mansoob or mazum?
Du'afa.
Yudha'ifu, this is yudha'af.
Yes. Yeah. Then one more thing. Du'afa yudha'ifu. Right?
It's majhul.
Yudha'ifu. But this is yudha'af.
Yeah.
Majhul होगा ना उ आ है.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at the examples on the top too, like it's yuda'afu. It's not yuda'ifu.
Yeah.
Top two.
So azab will be for them,
Upon
because we
them.
know that we do not associate kind of negative things to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So over here clearly says that wallahu yudaifu liman yasha. Right? But over here yudaaf. Subhanallah, right? So majhul form is used out of respect. Subhanallah.
It was to the right, majhul.
Which one? This one over here?
Both place. Yudha'af.
Yeah, so I said that azab will be multiplied for them, since azab is a negative thing, right? So that's why we are not associating that with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So that's why we use the majhul.
So that's why
No,
majhul
I said why it is sukun. Why
There's a
majzum?
sukun on the end.
Oh, the majzoom part.
Yeah,
man,
Condition.
you don't see man over here?
Well,
Yuda'af. So there's
Man
sukun
is
there.
man shartiya over here.
yes.
Yeah, or they're up like wa in taku, that is
The
also
top one, top.
It's
In.
also wa in because
In.
of in.
Which one she is talking about?
Wa
The
in
third one,
taku
Ustada, wa
hasana.
in taku hasana.
Yeah.
Yudar
Yeah,
if
so
why
That's also yuda'if, right?
yeah,
Oh, is the
exactly.
continuation of the sentence. Okay. The
Jawabu shart.
continuation.
Yeah, jawabu shart, yeah.
No, it's the continuation of the sentence. Actual new sentence. So that makes sense.
So this is shartiya. So we had shart and jawabu shart over here. Same over here. Man yati minkum minkunna fahishatan. right? So this is shart, yudaf lahal adhabu. So this is jawab shart over here.
Yeah.
Okay, then man alladhi yuqridullaha qardan hasana. Subhanallah. Who is the one who can give qardan hasana? Subhanallah, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is the one who has given us everything, right? And now he is saying that who gonna give this qardan hasana to him? Subhanallah. Right? It's like when if your mom is asking you, can you borrow $100 to me and I'm gonna give it back to you? What a slap on our face, right? Subhanallah. So man alladhi yuqridullaha qardan hasanan fayudaifahu lahu wa lahu ajrun kareem. So again, this is who is the one? Yeah, this is what kind of man is that?
That's Masula, right?
No.
Man Shatya.
Shartiya. Shartiya.
Because of the
Shartiya?
ha coming.
It's the mafia, no?
Who?
No.
It's who, right?
Yeah.
Who does this?
So that's a man is curious. So this
Ismu Austula Ustada.
It's a question. It's question. No?
yeah.
Jo koi.
Yeah, question.
It's a
Jo.
question. Yeah.
So man is the farm over here,
Who?
right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking a question here. Man zalazi, who is the one yuqridullaha, who will give Allah, right? So this yuqridu has huwa in it and which is going back to man,
Yes. Yeah.
right? Who is the one who can give Allah qardan hasana? Fayudaifahu lahu, and then he is going to multiply it for him, subhanallah, walahu ajrun kareem. Again, wa aqradullah qardan hasana. What is aqradu over here?
Mazi.
Aslama pattern, right?
Aqradu, yeah. So this
is
now
a
is telling us
question.
this is whom.
Is a question.
No,
Zamiri
it's not
No,
question.
it's part of the.
This is aslama,
Yeah,
aqrada.
Aslama pattern.
Aslam.
This is Amr, plural, I believe.
Whom?
No, it's
Whom
not.
was
No. Akroda, akradu, like that.
Yeah,
Plural.
whom was
Right.
Yeah, so they gave basically.
Yeah, Allah.
They gave, right? So
word
they
Allah is
gave
maf'ul
Allah qardan
Qardan
hasana
Hasan. Beautiful.
yuda'afu lahum, and
Allah.
then he
It was multiplied.
he will multiply for them walahum ajrun kareem.
So
Majhula.
the word Allah is the maf'ulun bihi and qardan hasanan is the maf'ul mutlaq, right?
Which one?
The
same?
word Allah is maf'ulun bihi and
Yeah.
qardan hasana is the maf'ul mutlaq.
Oh yeah, we
As,
can say because they are yeah.
Same root
That
word.
would be maf'ul mutlaq, yeah. Yeah, and the word Allah is maf'ulun bihi over here. In tuqridullaha qardan hasana.
Yeah, again
Now,
it's harfu shart.
now this is, so in is our adatu shart. What kind of
Aslam.
adatu shart it is?
Majzum.
Yeah, only
Jazima.
majzum.
Mazuf failaini.
Yeah,
Aqrada yuqridu.
Failini.
fi'laini, right? So it gonna make two of al majzum. So in, what is the full definition of in? Adatu shart.
Harfun mudadid. مضارع جازم
أداة
جازم
الشرط جازمة.
Yeah. Oh, okay, just.
Then you can say tajzimu or yajzimu, whatever here or whoever version you want to use. Tajzimu fi'lain, right? It makes two afal majzoom fi'lain. And then tukridullah, what could be the label for tukridullah?
فعل
Fi'l
مضارع
shart.
فاعله
Yeah, first you can say fi'lu shart, right? And then you can say fi'lun mudariun majzoomun. How? Give me sabut.
بأن
بسبب
No,
حذف
no.
النون
إن
حذف
بإن
النون
بإن بإن sorry
Yes,
بإن
bihadfi nun.
بحذف النون.
Okay. So if you are saying marfu, now we need to start giving reasoning. What
Okay.
is your sabut? What is the proof that this is marfu, or what is your
Marfu.
proof that this is majzoom,
Majzoom.
or what is your proof that this is mansoob? Right? So fi'lu shart, and then you're gonna say fi'lun mudari'un
Majzoom.
majzoomun. Now majzoom
بحذف النون.
في ثبوت
bi hazfi nun. Very
حذف
good.
نون. Yeah.
بحذف النون.
Bi hazfi nun. And then you can say bi annahu.
بأنه.
Now what is the next? Bi annahu.
Because of in
Bi annahu fi'lu shart.
فعل الشرط.
Because fi'lu shart is supposed to be majzoom, right?
Yes.
And then qardan hasana, we are saying that it is
مفعول.
sifa mawsuf, and you can say that maf'ul mutlaq as well, right? Then yuda'ifhu.
مجهول.
No, it is not majhul.
جواب الشرط.
ضاعف يضاعف. No.
You see kasra over here.
Yes, كسرة.
Yeah. So yuda'ifhu.
فعل
Now
مضارع.
starting our jawab shart.
Yeah. جواب.
يضاعف لكم ويغفر لكم. So the whole thing is our jawab shart. And then you can further say fi'lun mudari'un majzoomun.
مجزوم.
How it is majzoom now?
Because of that sukun, right? What?
Yeah. So
Because it's the jawab.
بأنه جواب شرط.
بأنه جواب.
yeah. No, but how you gonna say over here? We say bi hazfi nun. So if you daif, how we gonna say that?
Because of that sukun.
Majzoomun bi sabuti sukun, you can say,
Sukun. Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Because the sukun is basically
Visible.
the proof that this is majzoom,
Hmm.
right? So bi sabuti sukun or who
لأنه جواب الشرط.
exactly.
مفعول به.
بأن.
Jawabu shart, Mehreen, is not just only this fi'l
The whole
mudari'a, right?
bucket. Yeah,
Jawabu
that's
shart
the
is
whole
the
bucket.
whole thing, right?
Yeah, because it's the whole bucket. So, Sada, then why we said tuqridu for fellowship? Oh, that is fellowship, yes.
Fi'lu shart we can say, because
Okay.
fi'lu shart is
Because that's also
it
one
makes
yeah,
bucket.
both
actually
the
you can say that,
it,
yeah. Yeah, you
it
can
makes
say that
both the
both are,
fails majzoom, no?
yeah.
Yeah, so that's it's majzoom because of the in, because it's making two fail
You can,
So
yeah,
both
you
the
can
fail.
say sorry, jawabu shart, fi'lun mudari'a majzumun bi sabuti sukun bi annahu jawabu shart,
جواب الشرط.
right? You can say that.
Can you
And
repeat
then
that, sister?
same thing, you're gonna say fi'lun mudari'un from here. Fi'lun mudari'un majzumun. Now instead of bi hazfi nun, but we're gonna say bi sabuti sukun, you can say, right?
ثبوت سكون.
Bi sabuti sukun. And then you can say bi annahu. Instead of fi'lu shart, you're gonna say jawabu shart.
جواب الشرط.
And then lakum,
MBF.
MBF, yes, wa yaghfir lakum. Now what is wa yaghfir lakum?
This is
Our
Matuf.
jawabu shart is over here.
Yeah.
Our
So
Matuf
jawabu
is-
that is
shart is
معطوف على
يضاعف
Yeah.
لكم.
معطوف
Yeah, معطوف
يضاعف.
على يضاعف لكم.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And yaghfir lakum, you're gonna say that mawtufun ala to jumlatu sabika. But
سابقة, yeah.
jumlatu sabika, previous
Before one.
Previous sentence.
jumlatus sabika. So mawtufun ala jumlatu sabika. Everyone is clear?
Yeah.
उस्ताद और वो
Yes.
जो आप लेबल अभी ये लेबल कर रहे हो ना फेल मुदारिया मजूम इसका आपने बोला था कि एक दिन क्लास लेंगे इसके बारे में
क्या करेंगे?
क्योंकि ये वाला इसका लेबलिंग जो टर्मिनोलॉजी आप यूज कर रहे हो ना कभी सबूत के नून या फिर वो मुजाहिरा मुबाजिरा इसका इसका अलग से
Inshallah we will do it.
Assalamu alaikum, Ustada.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes.
I have a question on the previous slide.
Hmm?
I did not quite get this when you use IFO, when you labeled it. And what role is Liman Yasha is playing there?
Liman Yasha, where it is?
The second
one.
Second one.
يضاعف لمن
Liman
يشاء.
Yasha. Okay, the second one. Wallahu yudaifu liman yasha. So li is harfu jar. Man is ism majroor. So this is our jar majroor, right?
Yes.
And then man is man mosula.
Yes.
Right? Yasha is the sila of it.
Yeah.
So basically they are one bucket.
Okay.
So what role it is playing now? You tell me. We have jar majroor.
MBF then?
Yes, MBF.
Yeah, and يضاعف لمن يشاء, the whole bucket is khabar for wallahu.
When we are saying MBF, right? Wallahu is the mubtada, right? And the jumla failure over here is our whole khabar, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And then the liman yasha, since this is our MBF, because yudaif, it is related to yudaif. So this is MBF, right? So
Yes.
this is basically our khabar bucket. Got it?
Yeah. And Wallahu Wasim Ali.
That is separate sentence. You can say motufun ala.
Okay.
So this is motufun ala to jumlatu sabika.
Sabika and Allahu and then Wasim Ali.
Yes, the Allahu is mubtada again, the word Allahu, and Wasiun is khabar number 1, and Alim is khabar number 2. The name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when they are coming in succession, so then we do them khabar 1 and 2.
Yes. And then Yudaif, you label it as a Dahira. I did not get it quite.
Which one? Which one?
Yudaif, how do you describe
the same Yudaifu, Wallahu Yudaifu?
No, just like Yudaifu.
Labeling of that.
مرفوع بالضمة الظاهرة. I think
Yeah,
Sarf is
okay.
asking
So you're
about
gonna
that.
say Fe'lun, Mudariun, right? Marfu'un. Okay, let me write it down. Yeah, Fe'lun, Mudariun, Marfu'un. Now since we are learning how to give our proof that this is Marfu, Mansub or Mazum, right? So now you tell me that if it is Marfu, Mansub or Mazum, what is the mood of this fi'l mudariya?
Marfu.
Marfu. Now give me sabut. Give me proof that this is marfu.
That's why we are saying Zabatu Zahira.
Yeah. So fi'lun mudariun marfu'un marfu'un Then you can say bid-damma to
Zahira.
bid-damma. Sorry. Wow. Bid-damma to Zahira. Or last time we were saying that bisabuti, you can say bisabuti damma.
Okay.
What does sabut mean?
Proof.
Presence.
Oh, present. Okay.
Bisabuti damma. Or damma to Zahira. Right? So bisabuti, just remember these terms. Sabut mean presence.
Present.
And damma to Zahira mean the damma that is showing over there.
And
It
then,
is Zahir, right?
yes,
It is
and then-
obvious, it is clear, we can see it.
yes.
Yeah. So
And
this
then
is how we can.
put Failuhu too. Failuhu.
Yeah, obviously. We get stuck in that terms, and then we do half of them and half we forget. Obviously, we're gonna say Failuhu.
Huwa.
Failuhu huwa. Right?
Jazakallah.
Yeah. Or we can say Failuhu huwa. Failuhu damir mustatir. Yes. Failuhu
Damir mustatir.
damir mustatir, because it's not showing us.
Okay.
In other form, like for example, if I say yudaifu or daifu, let's say take madi. If I say da'afa, da'afu,
Yes.
right? So now this wow is basically the file which is showing us.
Yes.
Right? So wow is the file, but in this one over here, it's not. In huwa and hiya version, it is called mustatir.
Mustatir, yes.
Right? So that's why you can say failuhu huwa damir mustatir.
The hidden one.
Hidden one, yes.
Okay.
So huwa and hiya, we always say damir mustatir.
Okay.
Inshallah, we will do that one session, inshallah, on these terminologies.
Jazakallah.
Okay, now we already did, but let's see. It says there are many places in the Quran Pak where nakun, takun, yakun, the noon is dropped. The reason I was told is by dropping the noon, the emphasis is made on the subject. Right?
Okay.
So hasana, so this hasana was even a little tiny, right? But the reward is being multiplied. So the focus by dropping the noon is being over there on the subject. And less letters mean less effort, right? To show that the object Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about is insignificant. Your hasana is insignificant as compared to reward you're gonna get, right? Jannah is a place no eyes has seen, no brain or imagination can think about it. It's beyond our imagination, right? So whatever we will do in this world, it does not, if they're gonna be a fair deal, then there is no comparison, right? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, out of his mercy, for our insignificant deeds, he's gonna reward us in multiplication. So he is talking about insignificant act. So he also reduced the original form in his speech. And then another beautiful example. Inna, indeed, Ibrahima. Right? So this is our mubtada. Indeed, Ibrahim kana ummatan qanitan. Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking Ibrahim as a ummah qanitan. Subhanallah, as if like his iman and his yaqeen was like one single person, but iman was like group of ummah. Subhanallah. Inna Ibrahima ma kana ummatan qanitan lillahi hanifan walam yaku minal mushrikeen. Right? So qanitan mean like very obedient. We know that Ibrahim alayhi salam, how many hard tests he has given, right? Putting the knife on the throat of your own son, is that easy? Subhanallah, right? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is appreciating over here. Inna Ibrahima kana ummatan kanitatan lillahi hanifan. Right? So for Allah, only for Allah, he was hanifan. He never thought about thinking any idols because he was born in the house of where these idols were made. Right? That was the business of his father. And yet, he was always Hanif. Walam yaku minal mushrikeen. Subhanallah, instead of yakun, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said yaku. It's like never ever even a thought has passed by in his mind to be mushrik. Subhanallah. How beautiful it is. Who is testifying for Ibrahim alayhi salam? Subhanallah. Ibrahim alayhi salam was a comprehensive leader, devoutly obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inclining towards truth, and he was not of those who associate others with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. See the translation, I don't know how we should do the translation, right? The translation does not sound like amazing over here. But we should feel that, right?
Yeah.
وَلَمْ يَكُوا مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. So here we are, lam yaku, to emphasize that he was never ever the least from the amongst the mushrikeen. The shirk is totally insignificant when it comes to Ibrahim alayhi salam. To show that the subject he is talking about is not hard for him to do, so the noon is taken off to show how easy it is for him. Not easy in that sense. It was not easy. Basically, he sacrificed for that, right? He was thrown in the fire. It was not easy, but it didn't cross his mind ever. Subhanallah.
Excuse me, Ustad. Excuse me,
Yeah.
can you hear me? I think that this is the point too, which is he's saying that we take off the noon to emphasize that this task is very easy for Allah Ta'ala. Isn't it that?
No. Walam yaku minal mushrikeen.
नहीं, this is the point too ना कि हम यकू में से नून क्यों निकालेंगे. एक point तो है to emphasize कि ये है, और दूसरा point है the subject he's talking about is not hard for him to do, hard for Allah Ta'ala to do ना. It's not hard for Allah Ta'ala to do anything.
No. It's not. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about Ibrahim alayhi salam.
अच्छा.
No, she is talking about the lightness of the cow, Ustada. का को लाइट बनाने की वजह बता रहे हैं.
लाइट, हाँ, काफ में से नून क्यों निकालेंगे हम.
वो इसीलिए मैं जो मुझे समझ में आ रहा है, you guys can think of as well. जो मुझे समझ में आ रहा है, वलम यकू मिनल मुशरिकीन. Minal mean being among mushrikeen, right? So he was not even a tiny bit ever thought, right, that he can be mushrik or he can do even a tiny bit of shirk. never ever a thought
this
cross
is
his
this
mind.
is हाँ
Yeah.
this is point one ना, कि हम उसको emphasize करें कि उनको जरा भी मुश्किल नहीं हुई, उन्होंने कभी भी नहीं सोचा. अब point two है कि हम नून को क्यों निकालेंगे. Point two नून निकालेंगे to show that the task Allah Taala is doing is not difficult for Allah Taala. मुझे ऐसा समझ आ
यहाँ पे
रहा है.
अल्लाह ताला का तो जिक्र है ही नहीं यहाँ पे.
No, I think the first point is to give emphasis, like Inna Ibrahima kana ummatan qanitan lillahi hanif. That's the emphasis part.
And second
So
they're
Lam
talking
yakun
about
minal mushrikeen is the insignificant part.
No,
in the
actually,
second point the वक़द खलक़तका मिन क़ब्लु वलम तकु शैअन ना, इसके बारे में बात करें.
मैं एक बात बताऊं सदा,
जी
एक्चुअली
जी.
यहाँ पर लाइटेस्ट होने का वजह ये है कि अल्लाह ताला काम भी उतना छोटा होगा कि हम लोग समझते हैं कि काम स्मॉलर स्मॉलेस्ट और कितना स्मॉल होगा, तो इसलिए फिर उसका प्रीपोजिशन को उतना ही स्मॉलेस्ट यूज किया गया है. ये मतलब यहाँ पर अल्लाह का कुछ जिक्र नहीं है, बस प्रीपोजिशन अल्लाह ताला जो यूज करते हैं, जो दूसरे लैंग्वेजेस में हम लोग
Yeah, exactly. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not in the picture over here, right?
I
It's
think
all talking about Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam.
Yeah, I think sister Tehseen, Ustada sister Tehseen is trying to say like the number 2 point is for the next example.
Next example.
No.
Number 2 point is for the
وَقَدْ
next example.
خَلَقْتُكَ, that's the second example.
Yes.
The one was the
Yes.
Inna Ibrahima, the second is the وَقَدْ خَلَقْتُكَ.
No, I think this is basically going over here. I don't think so. That has I don't know. I don't know. We can pay more attention and
Let's say to show that the subject he's talking about is not hard for him to do. وَقَدْ خَلَقْتُكَ مِنْ قَبْلِ.
Okay, let me read. Okay. وَقَدْ خَلَقْتُكَ مِنْ قَبْلُ. وَقَدْ, and certainly before. خَلَقْتُكَ, I created you. مِنْ قَبْلُ, before. Like man is being created, right? The first time we lived in this world, right? وَقَدْ خَلَقْتُكَ مِنْ قَبْلُ وَلَمْ تَكُ شَيْئًا.
Yes.
Oh, so he created you first when you were nothing, right?
Yeah.
وَلَمْ تَكُ شَيْئًا, you were nothing, and he created you from that, right? And then how it could be hard? Basically, it is the answer. How it could be hard that you are already now, right? And from that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can resurrect us. It's not hard for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at all, right?
Yes.
So this is that example. So, and certainly I created you before while you were nothing.
Nothing.
So here you see that lam taku and the noon is dropped to show how easy it is for him to create from nothing.
From nothing. Yes. How easy it is for him.
Okay, yeah, I think now it is making sense. Yes.
Yeah, because the point 2 is
Yeah, now it is making sense.
Yeah.
Yes, Reshma, you need to. Yeah, there is little loud behind, like your surroundings, so that's why we are not able to hear you properly. But you can say, yeah, what you're trying to tell us.
यहाँ पर उस्तादा जो अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला बोल रहे हैं, वक़द खलक़तुका मिन क़ब्ल, यानी जब माँ के रहम में होते हैं तो हम लोग कुछ ना कुछ मटेरियल में होते हैं. ओके, तो अल्लाह ने हमें इससे पहले भी, हम उससे पहले भी थे अरवाह के शक्ल में. ये बताना मकसद है अल्लाह का.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we were nothing, right? Yeah, we were nothing.
ये मतलब है यहाँ पर.
We were nothing.
वो जो लाइटेस्ट फॉर्म का अरवाह का.
Yeah. And now
yeah,
now this is like after death, it's not hard for him to create us again, because that was the question of kuffar, right? So they were saying that we will decay in our graves, and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to resurrect us, right? So this is the answer for that, it was not hard for him to create you guys at first place when you were nothing, right? So then how it can be hard for him to create you after your death? So this is the answer, and you are right. This basically belongs to, I think, this one over here.
Yes. मतलब वो
but
यहाँ
they,
ये बताना चाह रहे हैं कि तकुन का नून हम दो वजह से निकालते हैं। एक तो हम एम्फेसिस देना चाहते हैं और दूसरा हम ये शो करना चाहते हैं टू डू समथिंग अल्लाह ताला इट्स नॉट डिफिकल्ट
yeah,
फॉर
it's
हिम।
very easy for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to create you again, right? Yeah, so it can go for both. Now it is making sense. Unfortunately, I didn't read all that before. I just put it, and I thought that there is not going to be. But my way is that I should have example first, right, and then the explanation. But the explanation was over here, so that's why I didn't pay attention properly. So inshallah, with that we can end our session.
But Ustada, it's very मतलब for us कि आप इस तरह से डिस्कस करती है ना तो वो और क्लियर हो जाता है कॉन्सेप्ट। लाइक मुझे तो बहुत क्लियर हो जाता है when you discuss all these things like again
Yeah,
and again
exactly.
we can talk about it, so
Yeah,
it
sure.
becomes even more clear.
Yeah,
मुझे तो बहुत फायदा देता है। It's very good for me.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. So inshallah we can end over here, and these are very easy examples. We did the hardest one, right? So inshallah these are piece of cake for you guys. So you guys gonna do it by yourself, and let me know if you guys have any question regarding it. Okay, so these are all your extra practice for your study session and your homeworks, inshallah. Is everyone doing homeworks, by the way, or just you guys are
Just
old
at
enough
home.
to have any university students no homeworks? Even though university students have more assignments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so
we
you
try
need to
to
work
do it
hard.
in our study session, but not all of it. Study session is not long enough for us to do it all.
Okay, then you guys should do at your own time, right?
Yes, inshallah.
So do in your own time and just leave for the study session only that you guys are confused on.
Yes, inshallah.
Okay, don't leave everything for study session. You should try first and then just discuss what is hard. So inshallah with that we can end our session. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Quranil Hakim wa nafani wa iyyakum bi ayati wa zikril hakim. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifuna wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.